Okay, here with special teams coach Chris Demarest. Special teams provided its share of highlights last year, but the unit loses three big players in Luke Ingram, Alex Tanaki, and Mountain West Special Teams Player of the Year Mike Edwards. How do you cope with such losses?
Well, one thing for sure, it's not easy. Those guys were all special. They were all seniors. They had been around the program for a while. They were very good players, but that's what recruiting's about. And you go out and you try to recruit some younger players to fill their shoes, and also some of the players that have been here in the past that have to step up to fill those shoes. So just through practice and as training camps going on, we're starting to identify a few of those guys.
Let's talk about those guys. How about the new punter, Ruben Guzman?
Ruben's doing a great job. I mean, he's a very powerful leg. He's working on his consistency in practice. He's a lefty, which is very unique for a punter, and it brings some, a dynamic aspect to there as well.
Who are the top candidates to replace Luke Ingram at long snapper?
Well, we've brought a couple guys in, and right now, Kavika Borden, right now is looking like the leading candidate to do that.
How's the development of Placekicker Thailand Hataman?
Well, when I first got here, it was a big question mark. But I think he went out last year and had a great year. He was 29 of 29 to PATs, and he did stroke the ball real well, all over it for his field goals. And so far in practice, he's been pretty consistent. He's coming off that little bit of an injury that he had, the hernia there. He had an operation, kind of kept him out in the spring, but he's worked hard over the summer. He's pretty much back where he was last year.
And then let's talk about the return game. I assume is Scott Harding reassuming his role as a top punt returner?
Yeah, Scott Harding will step right back in there as punt returner, and a few other guys have stepped in as well. And our kickoff return, obviously, is very big shoes to fill in Mike Edwards. And obviously, he left early to go to the NFL, had those 300-yard kickoff returns for touchdowns, led the country in kickoff returns. But there's Chris Gant, who did it for him sparingly last year. And there's a few younger guys with some speed. Alan Sampson, Diasimi St. Just, guys we brought in with some speed that could fill those shoes as well.
What's your overall goals this year for the special teams unit?
We want to improve on last year. I mean, last year was a great starting point. It's a great standard that we developed, and to try to build on that, continue to improve, and try to be the tops in the country, not just in the Mountain West.